The definition of a compact phone is always controversial. However, in the world of massive phones like the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra or the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the Xiaomi 14 can be called a compact flagship. On the other hand, it is still taller than the iPhone 15 Pro. Call it compact or not, the 14 is comfortable to hold and it occasionally can be managed in one hand. Its aluminum frame is robust, yet it attracts fingerprints and smudges quite quickly due to its glossy finish. I like responsive buttons and the under-the-screen fingerprint reader is super fast and accurate. The Xiaomi 14 is IP68 water and dust resistant and I found the build quality to be top-notch. It is on par with the most expensive mainstream flagships. The device looks and feels premium. The phone has a 6.36-inch LTPO OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and a ridiculous 3000 nits of peak brightness. It is also covered with a Gorilla Glass Victus for protection. As expected, this is an excellent quality panel. It is super sharp, it has great contrast and colors, and it simply looks great both indoors and outdoors. The phone has an IR blaster that is implemented in the camera module, there is a dual SIM card tray, and I found the dual speaker system to be really good. Here is a quick audio test. The phone has a Leica branded camera setup that consists of a 50 megapixels main shooter, a 50 megapixels telephoto sensor that provides 3.2x optical zoom, and another 50 megapixel snapper that lets you capture 14mm wide-angle photos. One of the highlights, the main sensor is now larger and it offers an 80% increase in light intake compared to the previous generation Xiaomi 13. On the front, there is a 32 megapixel shooter. Just like last year when I reviewed Xiaomi 13, I took the 14 to Barcelona to capture its beautiful architecture. In addition to its other functions, the camera app provides the option to select between two styles, Leica Vibrant and Leica Authentic. While I personally favor the Vibrant look for its superior dynamic range and contrast, the Authentic style can be beneficial in specific scenarios, ultimately depending on the shot and individual preferences. The main camera offers flagship-grade photos with plenty of detail, natural color reproduction, excellent dynamic range, and good contrast. These are some of the best photos I've seen taken on a phone. I also like the wide-angle, 2x digital, and 3.2x optical zoom images as they offer consistently good quality. Besides, I'm really impressed with the color uniformity across all camera lenses. The telephoto lens has a short focus distance of just 10 cm, which allows you to take very good quality macro shots. There are quite a few portrait mode styles. I like the overall quality and look. The edge detection is pretty good and skin tones are natural. You can also get creative with these artistic styles depending on the look you're trying to get. I'm really impressed with the front-facing camera. These are some of the sharpest and most detailed selfies I've seen on a phone, no matter if you use an auto or portrait mode. Very good quality. Night mode is accessible across all camera lenses, with a primary shooter consistently delivering the highest quality shots. The images exhibit intricate details, minimal noise levels, and overall demonstrate excellent low-light image quality. If you can find a decently lit street at night, selfies and selfie portraits can turn out pretty well. I suggest you use 8K 24fps video only for static shots if you need that extra detail. Once you start moving the phone, there is a noticeable panning stutter. The resolution that I use the most, 4K 60fps. The footage is nice, stable and smooth. If you prefer saving storage space, both 1080p 30 and 60fps options provide very good quality video. Xiaomi 14 can shoot videos up to 4K 60fps with a front-facing camera. I like the overall quality, the footage is detailed and smooth. For the audio test, hear it yourself.
This is 4K 60fps video test using the front-facing camera of Xiaomi 14. 4K 60fps handheld video.
When it comes to hardware, Xiaomi 14 packs the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset and my unit has 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. Unsurprisingly, the phone can handle pretty much any 3D game you throw at it at the highest visual settings. Under heavy usage, the device experiences a slight warming, yet it doesn't compromise its performance in any way. The phone runs on the Xiaomi Hyper OS, which is built on top of Android 14. It looks very similar to the MIUI that Xiaomi phones have been using for years, and you get all the familiar features and customization options. In general, I like the overall look and feel of it, and most importantly, the phone is super smooth and fast all the time. With its built-in 4610 mAh battery, the device easily lasts a full day, and if primarily used for basic tasks, you can anticipate a charge requirement only once every 1.5 or 2 days, depending on your usage patterns. Charging time is just about 35 minutes with a supplied 90 watts charger. It's worth noting that the manufacturer still provides the charger and even a protective case in the retail packaging, which is very generous and cost-saving for the consumer. Additionally, the phone supports 50 watts wireless charging and 10 watts reverse wireless charging. In conclusion, the Xiaomi 14 is a near excellent compact flagship. The only shortcoming I could mention, I wish the company used a matte frame instead of the glossy one, but that's always subject to personal preference. At the starting price of about 1,000 euros, it is not cheap, but if you're looking for one of the most complete Android flagships you can get that comes in a much more manageable form factor than most mainstream phones, Xiaomi 14 is one of the best options I can recommend. What do you think about the Xiaomi 14? Would you buy this phone or would you choose another option? As always, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.